That's what I really am, and all I want to be. It may take some time, it may be hard to find, but see me beautiful.
I have some dreams and hopes and some fears about the future of NVC. I'm very optimistic that I see it's spreading organically. The fear that it would disappear when Marshall left the planet is long gone. And when I see things like the CEO of Microsoft is asking all his managers to read Marshall's book, I view it as unstoppable.
Marshall wanted to say thank you many times. And I seemed to negate it and would not take it in because I was not doing it for Marshall. I was doing it for nonviolent communication, which has never failed me. My view is that it is so unique. It is the highest form of connection available to human beings. It speaks to it all.
So to me, what changes is the context of what's happening in the world. So whether it's Black Lives Matter or power privilege, white, all the different movements that are now happening, that if we come back to NVC and we come back to the observation, the feelings, the needs, and the consciousness of NVC, that we're going to stay connected. And we don't need necessarily the labels, because it seems like the labels are ways to disconnect us. One of the things that Tova said that I really loved too, and that I heard Marshall talk about, was that boat idea, that raft idea, that the 4 steps are kind of the raft to get to this island of NVC consciousness or giraffe consciousness. And that once we're on the island, we don't need the words, like those words are not important. And so, there was something about that letting go of, because I find today that it's held more in a straitjacket. I want to get the 4 steps of the process, and that people teach the 4 steps more than they focus on the consciousness. And to me, we're missing the point. But to me, that's such a precious gift, that empathic presence. And to me, when you talk about what the thread is, to me, that's the piece that's so crucial. That if we were to share that common understanding of empathy and empathic presence, because that's really, to me, where the gifts really were with Marshall. There was a tuning in, there was a sensing, there was an accompanying on somebody's process for them to get to their own inner truth.
I have a great vision that this work is so precious. I call it the diamond. It's so precious that there can be many lights that shine on it. It is always that diamond, and that's OFNR. That is such a diamond that we can polish and polish and polish and put light on it, that new things come up that we don't know are in it. Maybe there is much more in it than we know, but it's incredibly powerful, very, very powerful. I hope that we are not going to cut it up and put it in little pieces. I hope that we let the diamond be a diamond.
What is important to me is that is the question in the network right now, what is NVC? And it was the earlier question that you asked me of what makes NVC different from other things. And now I am never saying that, and I don't know if Marshall would say this, I'm not sure, that this is not a compilation of all human knowledge. This is Marshall's understanding of how life works. And there is something absolutely seminal and contributing of what Marshall has brought us that I don't find anywhere else. And so it does not mean that one should not, or that this is complete in itself, because that's not what knowledge is that we get it from here and there and here and so on. But it is something that I haven't found anywhere else. And that's what is most important to me to preserve.
I used to be part of a program at San Quentin State Prison in California called Alternatives to Violence Project. So I was doing this part about communication, and I was sharing with this one person and listening to him, and I forget exactly what was the stimulus for how he answered, but I will always remember what he answered. And he said, if I had known all this before, I never would have had to kill my brother. And I knew this was really powerful stuff, and the power of sharing it with other people.
I want to live compassionately at each and every opportunity. I want to give away the love that's mine to give. I want to live compassionately.